I think we now can show you what happened to Alex Peroni. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
That is a horrific sight.
For the second race running as well. Gasly was kind of fighting away there with Esteban Ocon ahead of him. Thought he kept himself out of trouble just behind Van Dorn. Moves out and then suddenly there's a Haas in the way. And there was absolutely nothing Pierre Gasly could do to avoid that.
Not too much standing water there, and here we go then. Yes, he took too much curb.
Yeah.
And Nico Rosberg did exactly the same thing yesterday. So
he's kind of taken the dry line, but you shouldn't be on that line in the wet.
Yeah. And well, for the second consecutive race.
So yeah, this is on board. So you just want to maximise that entry, take the car right to the left-hand side. He's got on the grass, and that's it. Just you lose
time and time again on street circuits. Martin
going to snatch a break, presumably.
Yeah, locked up, didn't he?
And what he didn't do was realise it early enough, or admit it early enough. Go down the escape road.
Have you got any back pain? All those questions that need to be answered. They looks like you've got him on a stretcher, and they're going to. Here we go. See replay now. So it's gone to the inside. As
so this is the first time we've seen this. So they obviously they hold this back.
So it's under braking. He's lost it. Isn't it, when we first see it.
He's okay. So the fact that they are showing us that, and the fact we've seen him conscious with his thumbs up. I mean, it's a biggie. There's no doubt.
Looking for him getting on the curb. Oh yeah,
on the
curb. Yeah. Driver error, and that's why he said sorry to the team. Mate.
Doing our bit in the Stadium for Sports News yesterday, Crofty, I did think the exit of the wall was pretty tight.
Yeah, but as you said yourself, there's a.
Off the beat, and it's.
You can understand why the medical car's been deployed.
Yeah. It's not really that corner where you need to maximise.
Esteban Ocon, no fault of his. We can see it more clearly now with Pierre Gasly on board.
But there was already some damage to the Force India. It was sparking away, wasn't it? So Ocon changed side. A jar it was, but this is, I think, for... No, that's not an overtaking move. That's... I'm going to have to...
It's a complete chassis rebuild.
Turns into the left-hander, gets on the AstroTurf. Oh, got a tank slapper on, and actually hit the outside barrier there.
Yeah.
And yeah, just...
The teenager getting a little bit of a sore back from that, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was just that bit of oversteer Kvyat got on initial throttle application.
It was him crashing into Lance Stroll, and it was Stroll just ahead who left him no room whatsoever. These things happen on the first lap in Canada.
Yeah, they're all packed. Let's see it again. Oh, look at that. So he's lost it very... So contact them on the straight between turns 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
En Sainz heeft de bol geraakt. Komt hij aan. Boom. Ja, en dan is hij te heftig. Als je hem gewoon raakt.
A replay of the accident. Brendan Hartley on his feet and walking away from this accident as well. He's had quite a season, has Brendan Hartley.
And this is Sainz in front of us, so Kvyat passed his teammate. I was right first time, was Sainz who had a poor start. Now Kvyat locks his brakes, thumps the McLaren, and round they all go. So that was just a mishmash of...
Hit me. He didn't see me coming in the inside. It was... he just, tell me, turned into me, like if I was not there.
Obviously set off.
So he goes in all right.
The impact sensor.
He's on the right line, he locks up a bit on the front. Oh, he's just lost the rear on the mid-corner on throttle.
And
so Franz there, still basically saying, yeah, he went too wide. He's still putting that down to driver error, isn't he? The governor there.
Is that fair?
Massa had already made it into Q3 and was just a few seconds behind the Brawn. He went hurtling into the path of the errant spring and into the tyre wall. The team were desperate to check on his condition. Medics were on the scene quickly, and Felipe was extracted from his car and taken to the medical centre. The spring hit his helmet just above his left eye, and the car just went straight on. His wrecked Ferrari was removed from the scene. When Massa arrived at the medical centre, team principal Stefano Domenicali and his manager Nicholas Todd were at his side. It was an incredibly distressing time for everyone. The graphic shows what was going on with the car and G-forces during the incident. The F-60 was returned to the team for investigation.
I think I hit it straight on the crash box, so maybe only the wing, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, at the moment it looks only the rear wing.
Out in front, if you've managed a nice gap and you're starting to think a little bit comfortable, this could be why you shouldn't be feeling too comfortable for a while. And Verstappen goes straight into the barrier. Thank you. Senna Toro Rosso had taken a spin. This is what happened to Max Verstappen. Totally lost it going through farm.
Yeah, on the restart, cold tyres, and that's a new boy error. And
so much care is taken in the seating position, and something didn't look right there. He had a snap of oversteer on the left, and the car's in a completely straight line. He would have thought, what on earth is happening here? Hands off the wheel at the first moment, and then, yeah, that was a big shock for him.
And they then know what Mercedes are doing with their tyre strategy.
And this is Sergio Perez again. You say 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Could Maldonado have avoided him?
The trouble is,
hard to drive these days. Well, they clearly are still, and that's how much power you have in a modern F1 car. And that was just unlucky how it just caught, didn't it, and gripped as he had the opposite lock on.
The year. This is what happened to Alex Rossi. Next left-hand turn coming up.
Yeah, he just...
J'ai l'impression qu'il aurait pu continuer. Oui, c'est le système anti-calage aurait-il failli sur sa voiture? Non, le moteur tourne toujours à ce moment-là. La première reste enclenchée.
Vettel and Ricciardo both in under the virtual safety car. Massa didn't do anything wrong, stayed within the white lines.
I'd be pretty sure Hülkenberg had no ability, unless the team had told him.
Grand Prix, and this is what happened.
Oh, he got on the grass on the way in. Complete driver error. It's so...
To cover him off.
We need to see exactly where Hamilton's front wheel was, but if he was alongside, if his front wheel or his front wing was alongside Rosberg's front tyre...
You completely enjoy that. What about his teammate here? Nico Rosberg, it was through the S's, wasn't it?
That was a lucky.
And then braking again, and we can see now. So, everything okay? Oh,
very violent turning to turn 19. He was.
Have a little look now on board. Approaching turn 18, takes you under the stand.
All conditions, extraordinary. Look, here we go. So Lewis, how skatey that is, and just a little clout of the barrier, but he had some momentum when he hit the barrier, and Valtteri is out. Valtteri Bottas, it's going to be the same thing, I guess. He's going to touch a bit of water, he runs a bit wide. It's the same spin that Lewis had, but it sort of materialised in a different way, and boom.
Karun, he's going to be a bit sore after this as well.
Yeah, I'm watching it there. He's a little bit wider than Lewis was. I think Valtteri does tend to turn in a little bit later than some other people. That's perhaps put...
It is for Valtteri Bottas, and this is what happened.
So he's gone wide in one, and straight to the scene of the accident on the outside of 2.